That all over the world, all the time, there are things happening that are hard to believe at first glance, because maybe we're seeing them for the first time. When we watch videos again and again, you're going to see 10 such things in this video. So let's get started. Number 10. Obviously, at first glance, this scene will look completely fake to everyone, but when this man stands the eggs on top of each other in this position, all doubt disappears. The temperature of the place where this video is being filmed is negative 3,223 degrees Celsius, meaning the place is 3 times colder than a typical freezer, where it only takes a few seconds for anything to freeze. But it's not just the temperature that makes the eggs line up like this. The creator deserves most of the credit. Number 9. At first glance, it looks like this isn't natural rain, but rather part of a film shoot where a fake rain scene is being created. But you'll be surprised to learn that this scene isn't fake, but is actual rain. Yes, normally rain covers a very large area, but it must have a boundary somewhere. This video is of that boundary of the rain, which is also called the match of rainfall. Number 8. California. In the article, Perry says this beautiful spectacle is seen only twice in 10 years. In fact, this is the first such spillway ever built alongside this canyon, and it's called the Monte Chalo. It was built during the construction of the dam. Its purpose is to discharge the excess water that accumulates in the dam so that the water pressure neither damages the dam's gates nor floods the surrounding areas. As soon as the dam's water level reaches 440 feet, it automatically flows through this spillway in a controlled manner, flows into the Butte River. In the past 71 years, this spillway has been used only 24 times. When the water level approaches 440 feet, the authorities warn people via their website so they can witness this beautiful spectacle. In movie number 7, we've seen such scenes many times, in which a monster emerges from beneath the ground without it travels through any obstructions and unleashes its final blast on the onlookers. But the scene you see in this footage isn't from a movie, it's real. During the construction of mega projects, explosives are placed inside heavy pipelines installed underground to soften the rocky terrain, which helps break up the rocks inside the ground, and afterward, with the help of its blaster, excavation can be carried out easily. Number 6. You've probably seen rainbows many times during the rainy season. A colored rainbow appears when sunlight passes through water droplets in the air. This phenomenon often occurs to us. It appears as a half circle, but did you know that this report isn't a half circle, but a full circle rainbow? Yes, when viewed from the ground, the rainbow looks half, but from a high vantage point, like during migration, the arc appears as a complete circle. In the footage recorded by Dawn, you can see the incredibly beautiful full rainbow circle. It's not 500 or 1,000. These statues are made by combining hundreds of thousands of sheets of paper. Countless sheets are first glued together, and then the real craftsmanship begins. With their skill, artists shape them into various statues and paint them as needed. This is called When you open them, they present an extremely satisfying sight. The amazing thing is that when you let them go, they snap right back into their original shape. Number 4. If you place a leaf on water, it will certainly float. So what is the reason that when this leaf's tail is dipped in liquid dropped onto it, it turns into a mini motorboat? In fact, this liquid is none other than ballpoint pen ink, because a ballpoint pen contains very little water. For this reason, its density is also different from water. Due to surface tension, it is attracted to the water, and the leaves then push ahead, causing the paddle to tilt forward like a motorboat for a moment. Number 3. The training officers undergo to join the Chinese police is so rigorous that most people, upon seeing it, refuse to enlist. At negative 30.1 to negative 13 degrees Celsius, this is the toughest part of the training that most officers panic over and quit. In addition to martial arts and physical conditioning, there's also a drill considered extremely dangerous to perform. Yes, in police officer training, they have to ride a heavy motorcycle on a slippery road amid roaring traffic through it at full speed. After training, officers have practiced so much that they can weave heavy bikes through traffic in a synchronized pattern. This training is rarely used to catch thieves. Wearing number 2 means that at first glance, this force looks completely fake, but in reality, it is not fake. Inside normal bubbles, there's air, and on the outer layer, a special liquid is applied. This liquid is specifically made by mixing dishwashing liquid. Using the same method, this person also created this force. But the question is, how was smoke introduced inside the building? The answer is quite simple. First, someone used a way that was created, and then the same thing happened. It was blocked in this blast. And now, the number one. Construction and dating trucks used during construction can lift thousands of kilograms, but the driver behind the wheel isn't operating an ordinary truck. It's the world's largest mining truck, known as the CAT 794. The training required to join the Chinese police force is so extreme that most people quit the moment they see it. On January 30th, at -13 degrees Celsius, recruits face the toughest phase of training, one that causes widespread panic and dropouts. Beyond martial arts and brutal physical conditioning, there's a drill considered dangerously intense. Officers must ride heavy motorcycles at full speed on slippery roads, weaving through roaring traffic. After months of practice, they can maneuver massive bikes in perfectly synchronized patterns, something rarely used in real chases, but terrifying to witness. Number 2. At first glance, this force looks completely fake, almost like an illusion, but it's very real. Inside what appears to be ordinary bubbles is air, wrapped in a specially engineered outer coating. The liquid layer is made using a precise mixture of dishwashing liquid and additives. Using the same method, someone managed to create this force inside a building. So how was smoke trapped inside? Simple. It was introduced first, then sealed in place during a controlled blast, locking the smoke inside the structure like a frozen moment in time. Number 1.